I am what I say I am. And I say I'm perfect. What is going on, the Bomb Squad? This is Don the Bomb back for what one might call a perfect wrestling figure unboxing and review, because today I am unboxing Mattel WWE Main Event Basic Series 153 Mr. Perfect Curt Hennig. I tell you, Mr. Perfect was one of my favorite wrestlers growing up in my favorite era of wrestling, which is the golden era of wrestling, which I believe is around 1985 to 1991. That's my favorite era of wrestling. And Mr. Perfect, former Intercontinental Champion, was very high on my favorite wrestlers list because he is what he says he is. And he says he's perfect. Man could spit out gum and smack it around, throw a towel and catch it behind his back every time because he's perfect. When he first showed up in the WWF around, I think, 1988, there was a bunch of vignettes, promos that he would bowl a perfect strike, he would hit a home run, he would throw a touchdown pass and catch it. Oh my goodness. He would swim in a dive and get a perfect 10 score on that. I mean, the guy was perfect. Couldn't pick. It's better than getting the Red Rooster gimmick that Terry Taylor ended up getting. So looks like Curt Hennig got the short end, or the Terry Taylor got the short end of the straw right there. You know, blonde hair. They both, mixing up my words, but they both had long blonde hair, so it's easy to confuse. Anyway, let's get on with this without any further ado before this review goes off the rails. So there, Mr. Perfect is in his plastic prison. My goodness, I'm having a hard time speaking English. On the back, you see the cross cell with all the other individuals in this line. And there he is. Let's take him out of the plastic prison. I'm not one that usually collects the basics unless they're a first time in the line basic, especially ones that may not get an elite. So, I already have a Mr. Perfect, but I'm actually looking to upgrade it, which is very strange because this is the exact opposite of what people usually do. They usually upgrade, go from basic to elite, but I'm doing the exact opposite. I'm going from elite to basic. Why is that? Well, I have the very first elite of Mr. Perfect, and he's way too tall, and the scan here is much better, and we'll get into that once we get into it. So there he is right there. He has the gum slapping hands. And look at this face here. If that is not, oh my goodness, a perfect head sculpt, I do not know what is. I can't even bend the legs, but, well, I'm going to replace my elite. So let's get into it. The articulation right off the bat, single jointed elbows, no bicep cut. Hands removable. The head can go around all the way, even with the long blonde hair. Yeah, that's perfect. Has the black knee pads, and I believe this would be a single jointed legs. You can't even bend the legs though. It's not because even these just need to be heated up. Yeah, I don't want to break another figure. So, but as you could tell, he can do the super kick, do the Mr. Perfect splits. You know, the basics up until about a year ago were just like almost like dolls. Like statues, actually. You know, they could maybe go there and there, but now with the new articulation, they can go all over. I do have to heat the knees, though. And of course, there's no thigh cut either, but I'll digress. So, I'm choosing to upgrade this standard basic main event series for this Mr. Perfect Elite that I have. Look how tall this guy is. Mr. Perfect was not that tall. You know, he does have all the elite articulation and everything. But, you know, this face scan here, I'd say the one over here on the basic is better. And then the last couple of elites that have come out for Mr. Perfect have had the straps to where they're kind of like a rubbery, where you can pull the straps down, and I don't like that. So I saw this basic here, and I'm like, well, at least as maybe a temporary placeholder, I will upgrade this, and I'll sell my elite. Hey, it is what it is. Put the towel around him. Yeah, I believe that these are single jointed knees, but I can't bend them. They need to be heated up. I've already stated that. All right, let's bring out some figure comparisons. We have his manager, Bobby the Brain Heenan, complete in his Weasel outfit. There he is right there. Back when he was had that match with the Ultimate Warrior where the Warrior stuck him in the Weasel outfit while he was incapacitated. And his manager before Bobby the Brain Heenan, my favorite wrestler right here. Rest in peace, the Genius Lanny Poffo. Here is the Genius, his Jakks Classic Superstars figure. The only Lanny Poffo figure that has come out. So Mattel, you have so many Macho Mans that you've made. His older brother, why not one Genius? And then maybe a Leaping Lanny, but I'll take a Genius gladly. Please, sign him to the Legends deal. Well, unfortunately passed away. So whoever's running his estate, please, let's get a Leaping Lanny Genius figure. And the only other person that could be a perfect 10, here is the Jazzwares AEW Shawn Spears / Ty Dillinger. I believe he's back in NXT the last quite a few months. I don't know if he's still there now, but this is the rare chase 1 of 3,000 that I was very happy to get. This is, to me, one of my favorite Jazzwares AEW figures in general. But, hey, that's perfection right there. So, yeah, what can you say? Main Event Series 153, Mr. Perfect. If I was going to rate this figure... Now, this one is the only figure I've reviewed to get the perfect 10. Mr. Perfect is perfect, but I don't know if I can give him a perfect 10. For one, he's a basic main event style. That's a point or so right there. But you know what? It's good for what it is, and I'm going to give Mr. Perfect, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Is it perfect? No, but he is perfect. Mr. Perfect. So just remember, if life isn't perfect for you, don't give up. Don't be in despair. Just remember this from your boy, Don the Bomb. All that glitter isn't gold. Don the Bomb. For Mr. Perfect, Curt Hennig. Until the next one, have a good night, everybody.